Lori, what are you up to, Lori?
Getting healthy today.
Yes, we are gonna get healthy. We're gonna get healthy holistically, and we have here Michelle, and we are located at the Organic Garage. So we're gonna look at some trends. We're gonna touch on the trends, and then we're gonna get right into it in each segment right after that. So let's start off with some of the top trends.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Lori. So trend number one is interesting oils, fancy fats. In 2015, we're gonna be seeing a lot more oils, fats. We're gonna hear a lot about the benefits about omega-3s, why they're so important, and why we want to be including them in our diet.
Next trend.
Digestive health, really, really important. This time of year, top of mind, people may have overindulged in the holidays. They're thinking about digestive health.
Your digestive health is really like getting a beating during the holidays.
It really, really is. So people are thinking, how can I get back on track? So we're going to be talking about some different products that will help not only now, but throughout the year.
Fermented foods. You're seeing that more and more. Things like kimchi, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kimchi, sauerkraut, fermented foods are going to be so trendy. This year we're going to talk about the health benefits of fermented foods, where you can find them, and what to look for.
Okay, now this is number 4.
Yes.
And it's all by itself. We're talking about the pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yes, exactly. So, and it's a very interesting trend. People think about pumpkin just at Halloween, but it's something that's available all year round. So today we're going to be talking about the health benefits, why pumpkin is good, how we can use pumpkin throughout the year.
Okay, and then it's beyond October.
Exactly.
Yes, okay. And very quickly, labeling.
Labeling. So it's very important looking for the label, knowing what's on the food. At the Canadian Health Food Association, we have lots of information on what to look for and why, and so we're going to be talking about that today.
Okay, so next up right here at the Organic Garage with our holistic nutritionist, Michelle Book, we're going to talk about fancy fats. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
And we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. Gonna let it burn, burn, burn.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here at the Organic Garage, and we're talking about healthy fats. Now, we have here Michelle Book. She is holistic nutritionist, and you partnered up with the Canadian Health Food Association.
Exactly, yes. We partnered with the Canadian Health Food Association, and we've identified the top 5 trends for 2015 in natural health. So talking about what's new and important, and on our website, the Canadian Health Food Association, CHFA.ca, we have all kinds of information about these trends. And trend number 2 is
the healthy fats.
Exactly, so important. So avocado oil. This time of year, we're thinking about stir fries, healthy foods. Avocado oil is great because it has a high smoke point. So you can saute vegetables, you can use it to cook healthy dishes without using olive oil, which many people use to saute, not the best though.
And the next one?
Camelina oil.
What is that? A lot of people are like, what?
Exactly, it's a wild flax oil, and it's great because it has a good omega-3 to 6 ratio, which is very important. And when it comes to camelina oil, there's lots of different flavors, so it's great for making...
Can you cook with it?
It's not great for cooking with, but it's great for adding, using with a balsamic vinegar.
So on your salads?
Drizzling on your salads, tastes great, good for you.
You know what's funny? I do have this at the office. Yeah, and it's very tasty.
I love it.
Yeah, and okay, so the next one. So if you can't digest the flaxseed, you have the oil now, which is next.
Yes, and sometimes people find the seeds a bit tough to digest, so the flaxseed oil is great. Also for salads, drizzling on soup. It's gonna give you that good fats on a nice warm soup, especially this time of year.
Okay, and this we're all very familiar with. Why is it so good for us?
Omega-3s are so important. They're gonna be even more trendy in 2015. We're gonna be hearing more about the benefits, heart health, brain health, so important for younger children. And when it comes to omega-3s, we don't get them in our diet enough typically. So we want to make sure we're taking them in a supplement form. Lots of great options for your health food store.
Because sometimes we just don't like have salmon twice a week or that fatty fish or some other, so this is a great way to supplement.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to continue right here at the Organic Garage with Michelle Book. And we have here Michelle Book, who is joining us this morning. She's a holistic nutritionist, and we're going to talk about our digestive health.
Exactly. So I partnered with the Canadian Health Food Association. The trends for 2015, digestive health is so trendy this time of year, but also throughout the year. The holidays, we want to get things back.
It was on overload.
It
was. Okay, so what should we do, Michelle?
Probiotics are really, really important. We hear a lot about probiotics, but probiotics in 2015 are going to be very popular because there's a lot of research being done about probiotics and the link between improvements in mood, immunity, even weight loss and weight maintenance. So probiotics are really, really important, and we want to be incorporating them more into our diet.
I really want to talk about that probiotic gum, that red. What's that?
It's a new product that you can find at your local health food store. It's great because it's great for oral health, helping you to fight bad breath, and also good to keep that good gut bacteria in check.
Okay, next.
L-glutamine. L-glutamine is an amino acid that helps to strengthen the cells in our intestinal lining. So again, keeping the good gut bacteria in, the bad bacteria and toxins out, this time of year, very important.
So you have to speak to your health practitioner in order to know which one is best for you.
Exactly. You want to talk to your healthcare practitioner to figure out, what in terms of digestive health, your regime, what products are going to work for you and what are where you want to be.
Because you take probiotic at night.
Yes, I like to take probiotics at night. I find that it's good to take on an empty stomach. Some people like to take them in the morning. Some people like them in liquid capsule. It depends.
And very quickly, fiber. You
Fiber.
can't forget about that.
You can't forget about fiber. There's so many options when it comes to fiber, new and innovative products. You can visit our website, chfa.ca. Type in your postal code or your town to find your local health food store where you can find these products and so much more.
Well, you can come here to Organic Garage. This is where you'll find all this stuff to get you healthy and back on track. Please stay with us. We're going to continue. We'll be right back. Another trend that we're going to talk about that's very, very popular and also good for you, according to Michelle Book here, a holistic nutritionist, she says fermented foods. You see this more and more.
Fermented foods are so popular and going to be even more popular this coming year. Kimchi, sauerkraut, these are fermented foods that we find in the mason jar, very popular, and we're going to be seeing even more so. There's lots of options out at your local health food store when it comes to fermented foods. So
go on.
So we have tempeh here, which is a fermented soy, and it's great because it's a great option for those people who might want to skip out on meat or have more vegetarian dishes.
Just have an alternative on meat, right?
Exactly, exactly. It tastes great, and it's really great. You can put it in the oven, roast it, it takes on flavors, adds a nice crunch to salads, as well as those nutritional benefits of the fermented foods.
What is it about fermented foods that makes it good for you?
When a food is fermented, the nutrients become more absorbable in our body. So we're able to take in more nutrients, and also it's a higher in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. So we get these great flavors, these great superfoods, and they taste good too.
And it's funny because if you look at a lot of cultures, that's what they used to do. They used to ferment their foods.
Exactly.
So I guess a lot of people, if they go back to, what maybe their parents or grandparents did, they could, like the sauerkraut, like the kimchi, and just go back to it.
It's so true.
It's part of their health.
And now for us here in North America, eating a lot of packaged processed foods, not a lot of fermented foods, we don't get that good bacteria. So we're seeing an increase, which is why it's going to be a bigger trend.
And a great way that's tasty, that you can have your veggies and have it, and it's really tasty.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And so, and we have a lot of great information on our website, the Canadian Health Food Association, CHCH.DT, on fermented foods and all the trends we're talking about.
Okay, so next up, what we're going to do, Tim Nanette, is that we're going to talk about the almighty pumpkin and why that's good for you. It's not just for Halloween and carving and making funny faces. Coming up right here at the Organic Garage. And yes, we're going to continue over here. We're going to talk about superfoods. Usually when you think about superfoods, you think about kale.
Yeah.
But pumpkin.
Move over kale, pumpkin is it. We're going to see pumpkin popping up all over the place in 2015. Lots of different options at your local health food store when it comes to pumpkin. So the pumpkin squash here is great, high in B vitamins, and it's great for roasting in the oven. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are high in essential fatty acids, which are really great. And then we have all kinds of products when it comes to pumpkins.
But the great thing about pumpkin too is that it's seasonal now because it's a squash, so you can have it now.
Exactly, Laura. A lot of us think, pumpkin just in the fall around Halloween, but it's so great throughout the year. Here we have got a pumpkin seed butter. A lot of people like to spread avocado oil on their apples. This is so great. Same idea. It tastes wonderful. Different types of flavor.
And let's go on to some other stuff that we have here.
Pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil, there's all kinds of amazing recipes for making warm pumpkin soups. We all like soups this time of year. Pumpkin seed oil is great for drizzling on different soups. And then we have pumpkin seed puree, which is great. Lots of different recipes that we can find that go beyond pumpkin pie, you know. You can even add this puree to pancakes and waffles in the morning. Great flavor.
So what is it about the pumpkin that makes it so good for you? What are some of, what does it have?
Pumpkin is very high in essential fatty acids. So here we have pumpkin seed oil in a natural health product.
Okay.
And it's great because it's high in essential fatty acids. And a lot of us don't get enough essential fatty acids in our diet.
And what about the seeds itself?
The seeds are high in magnesium and zinc. And magnesium and zinc are two minerals that many Canadians are actually deficient in. So getting the pumpkin seeds, you know, eating them, lots of, you can find them at your local health food store, where we mentioned our website, the Canadian Health Food Association, chfa.ca. Type in your postal code or your location, find your local health food store, all kinds of great options when it comes to pumpkin throughout the year.
Well, you know what? With the cold temperatures, you might as well just get that pumpkin, start roasting it, make pumpkin soup. Kids love it.
Yeah.
We're going to continue. Please stay with us. We're here at the Organic Garage.
Mother Nature's got a brand. It's called organic.
That's organic. That's organic.
We're going to keep it healthy right here at the Organic Garage, and we have here once again holistic nutritionist Michelle Book. Okay, so now we're going to look at some labeling.
Yes.
We hear the word natural a lot, natural, greens, but be careful when you see that word. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is natural or
Exactly.
it is good for you.
Exactly. So trend number 5 is all about product certification, labeling, knowing what's in the foods that we're actually consuming. So I partnered with the Canadian Health Food Association, and we know that in 2015, people are really going to want to know what's actually in the food they're eating. So looking for the non-GMO project verified.
Okay, what does non-GMO mean? We hear it a lot. What does it stand for?
Non-GMO means that the food has been grown without genetically modified organisms, which is really important because we don't know a lot about GMOs and the impact on human health or the environment. So when it comes to GMOs, if we want to avoid them, we can opt for organic. So looking for the Canadian organic logo on the foods that you
What does
consume.
it look like? Why don't you show us?
It looks
Can
just
you
like
point
this.
to it?
Yes, this is the Canadian organic. This is the actual logo, and you'll be able to find it on different foods. So I have here a sample of some soup and some spices, and you can see it right here on the front, and that's what it looks like. And you want to look for that logo because that's your guarantee that the product has been grown without pesticides, with reduced harmful chemicals. There's environmentally sustainable practices that have been put in place, and then it's third-party verified. So you can't just use the term organic. It actually has to be grown.
It has to have that stamp.
Exactly.
Just like the non-GMO. Show them
Exactly.
the stamp.
The
Where it's
non-GMO,
usually-
you'll find it on the label. You can see it here on the front of both, right down here.
Okay, and we have to go, but very quickly, if someone wants any more information, they can check the Canadian Health Food Association.
Website, chfa.ca. We have all the information about the trends and everything we were talking about
All
today.
right, to get you healthy and fit and ready for that cold weather.